Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another broadcast of my Wednesday Whispers. I hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic tonight. I am just going to take a few minutes here to wait for a few more people to pop on before I get rolling tonight. All right. Something I just want to really quickly talk about um, tonight. I want to talk about. I have this absolutely amazing uncle, one of my dad's older brothers, Father David. He was an absolutely amazing uncle. Um, and yesterday was his birthday. And so I very much want to dedicate tonight's Wednesday Whispers to him. I was so fortunate to have Father David as my uncle. Myself and my two brothers were very, very much like his kids. And, after he retired from the priesthood, he had decided to build a school in India for the underprivileged children. And he went about 3 or 4 times, something like that, working on this wonderful school. This was his dedication, and he was so excited about this. And the last time that he went to India, he stopped at my house on his way to catching the airplane to go, and he told me, "Allie, I am going to finish my project this trip. I'm so excited." And unfortunately, while he was there working on the school, he passed away. He had a heart attack and he passed. And he died doing what he loved to do. That project meant the world to him. And so now India is his resting place. And I just wanted to dedicate tonight's broadcast to him. He's a very special man that I know watches over me as well. So, as I said, tonight's Wednesday Whispers is for him, my uncle, Father David. All right. So, thank you all. Thank you all so much for being here with me tonight. It's an absolute pleasure to see you all on with me tonight. Hello, Christine, Kelly, Tekla, good evening. Hi, Jen. Thank you for being here. Mom, Lynn, Nicole, hello to everybody. Norma, hello, hello. Lori, Cindy, Lynn, hello, Valerie, Debbie, Stacy, Jamie. Good evening to you all. Nancy, Lorraine, hello. Christine, thank you all so much. Caitlin, thank you for being here. I'm glad you made it, Caitlin. Thank you all. It's an absolute pleasure to be able to give some messages to your loved ones, from your loved ones to you tonight. Before I get started, though, if there's any new people on, I just want to very, very quickly talk about, if you feel that I am indeed connected with your loved one, if you could please write me a comment as soon as you're feeling that way. And if someone has already spoken for that loved one, but you feel, you know what, that sounds so much like my loved one as well, please, please say something. I will do my best. I will iron out the details. Please speak up, because it's very important to me that the messages go to the right person. All right. Hi there, Bernice. Hi, Rita. Lori, hello. Good evening to you all. Thank you all so much for being here with me tonight. Hi, Melissa. So glad you're here with me. All right. Just going to take a few seconds, everybody, and I will get rolling tonight. All right. The first loved one that I would love to bring forward, unfortunately, I have someone here who I believe I have this urge to cry, and a lot of my followers know what I'm getting at there. Um, I need to talk. I'm talking to this beautiful spirit who is no longer here because of either a drug overdose, suicide, or very much didn't look after their health when they knew they needed to in order to keep living. All right, one of those three scenarios type of thing. All right. Next, I can very much feel this is a male. This is a younger man. Okay. And there's something important here. Beautiful. He's for some reason he's holding some balloons. Hmm. Some symbolically, sometimes I get cake, sometimes I get balloons, or sometimes someone's holding a present. Sometimes, this young man is trying to tell me that it's somebody's birthday, whether it be his or the person who's watching. Someone's birthday has just occurred, or something like that here. Okay, he's very handsome. Okay, I don't know why this is important, but the balloon is blue. I don't know why that's important. There's been a lot of tears, he shows me and tells me. There's been a lot of tears. I believe he's trying to express to me his birthday, like I said, it just happened. Yes, he's shaking his head. Yes, this was his birthday. Okay, so for anyone out there who's watching, this young man is trying to tell me that it was his birthday, or it is his birthday today, maybe, or coming up in the next few days, something of that nature. Okay. Um, He lets me know there's been a lot of tears because there's sadness, of course, um, that he's not here to celebrate his birthday with family and friends. But he has a great big smile on his face, and I wanted to say that he wants to make that very clear that he's happy. Okay. Um, oh, Norma, your son's birthday was yesterday. Get out of here, okay? Okay, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. This must be your wonderful son. Okay. Yeah. Oh boy. I just feel him so strongly, and I know I've connected with him in the past, more than a few times now, and so he just comes and he's so strong tonight. Is I can feel him like as if he's sitting right beside me. I don't know if I've ever said this before, but he's wearing this very nice smelling cologne, and that it's like you know what I'm talking about. That he wore this certain kind of cologne. I could smell it. Okay. Um, uh, Interestingly, he kind of just whispered to me that he was a bit of a ladies' man. Okay. We celebrated with Jordan's favorite supper and cake. That's fantastic, Norma. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay. I want to talk about oh, and Leanne, my brother's birthday is today. He would have been 69. Okay. Just making sure, Leanne and Norma, just making sure here. Give me something that distinguishes for sure that, this is your loved one, whether it be Norma or Leanne, okay? Um, Hmm. He j- As I just need to quickly say, as I was talking about his cologne, I need to say that he lets me know that he's kind of snickering and half joking, but actually half serious. Jordan always had the best cologne. Yeah, that's great. Absolutely, Jen. Um, and lets me know that he was a bit of a ladies' man. Okay, and that's kind of it's like he's trying to say like the ladies liked his cologne. Excuse me, his cologne. He was a bit of a ladies man. Okay? Um, not in any bad, ignorant way, but he's just letting me know that. Okay. Um, I don't know what this is. As you know, Norma, you talked. I just need to say, I really think this must definitely be Jordan, um, from what's all going on here. And I need to say something. You spoke about supper and cake, and uh, he showed me something about, like, I don't know what this is. There's like a confetti cake or something like that. If you know what I'm talking about, I can just see that, like, little light blue and pink sprinkle to it. I'm not sure what that's about, but I just needed to say that to you real quick. And that's his way of letting you know that he's with you. Okay, he knows that you did that. You celebrated his birthday. Um, that's absolutely fantastic. Um, and so just know that he's doing very well. I'm sorry, I'm struggling to get my words out because he's really trying to get a few things out before I move on. As I spoke in the beginning about this balloon, he wanted me to give this balloon, like, as if giving this balloon to his son, something like that. Okay, I don't know if he just really likes balloons or what that's about. He wants to hand this a balloon to his son. Okay, um, so that's all I can really say about that. He is just I don't know what this is. He wants me to talk about board games too. Something about board games. Eh? Um, yeah, I'm not too sure what he's getting at. Something about board games, Norma and Jen. Okay. Um, but he thanks you, absolutely thanks you for not forgetting his birthday and treating like as if he was still here. Because he was in spirit, and that's what's really important for the two of you to hear tonight. All right. So thank you so much, Norma and Jen, for giving me that opportunity to connect with Jordan tonight. All right, thank you so much. Um, the next loved one I would love to bring forward is I have an older gentleman here now. Okay. Um, it looks to me he's expressing himself. Hmm. 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 That's so great, Norma. I'm so glad that made sense to you. That's fantastic. I'm so glad that cake was it. Okay, that's fantastic. And anyways, as I was saying, this wonderful older gentleman. I'm not sure how old he is. I'm just not, and I don't want to guess. But this is an older man. It might come out in the next minute or two, but I just don't know. He's not giving me really a number. He's a senior for sure. He passed as a senior type of thing. He's showing me his body structure. He was a thin man. Um, it feels like he's expressing that he always kind of was thin. Okay. Um, I can smell cigarettes. I can smell cigarettes burning. Okay. I can smell it very clearly. He's letting me know that he smoked. Now, if that was the reason why he's no longer here, I'm not 100% sure. All I can say for sure is that he's trying to let me know that he was a smoker. Okay. Again, he was a thin man, and I need to talk about lighters. I don't know why he's showing me some lighters. Hmm. That would, like, mean something to one of you to talk about some lighters. Okay. Hmm. I don't know. That's strange, really. Um, it's like the cigarette smoke smell wasn't enough. There's something about lighters. Okay. Um, hmm. This was very much a man who, a countryman, lived on the farm. Um, Absolutely. Okay. I need to talk about, he shows me not a lot of money, but a lot of love here. Okay. Um, his absolute pride and joy was his children, okay? Grandchildren. All right. Also, as I could smell cigarettes, I also want to talk about I can smell what smells a lot to me like wood. What is that? I can smell it. A wood stove burning in the house. That's what it is. Yeah, you betcha. Yeah, the house was heated that way. Okay, with wood burning. Okay. I can hear old music playing. He shows me that next. I can hear like polka Saturday night get together, that kind of thing. I can hear that. I can hear it. It's on the radio. Okay. Hmm, okay. This wonderful man. He has such a nice smile. Hmm. It's interesting. He just took a really great big deep breath. You know, he feels so good. He loves to visit, which is so cool. You just showed me that. He doesn't want to talk about anything bad or sad. He is so social. What a social man. He loved to visit. He loved all his neighbors. Okay. Lorraine, your dad. All right, Lorraine. Very well could be. That's fantastic. I'm going to ask him something just to make sure, okay? Hmm. I don't know. He showed me an old, small belt buckle, Lorraine. Does that mean anything to you? I don't know what that is. It's old. Like it's almost hard for me to see it, almost hard to read it. It's a small rectangular shaped belt buckle. I don't know if that was just something that was only worn. It kind of feels like maybe it was only worn on like special occasions, maybe, or something like that. Eh, I don't know. Eh, But anyways, Lorraine, I just need to tell you, he's with you. He wants me to let you know that. I know that it's, November the 12th today, Lorraine, but for some reason he wants me to talk about it raining. I have no idea, Lorraine, what he's trying to get at there. Something about it raining and that you'd get that. Okay, it's raining out. Um, I don't know what that is. Okay, I can't. I don't know. So I'll just keep on talking as I stay connected with him. He wants me to tell you that he's with someone that makes the best homemade bread. I can smell it. Okay? He wants me to let you know that they're very, very much together. Okay, absolutely. Okay? And the jam on that homemade bread is so thick. Okay? um, he tells me and shows me how much you talk to him, whether that be out loud or in your mind. That is, and it feels like a lot in these last, like a little bit more lately for some reason. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, if there's good things going on, Lorraine, or not. But you've been talking to him, okay? And he's just letting me know to tell you that he's been listening, okay? You think of him all the time, okay? But you really, really talk communicating with him lately a little bit more than usual for some reason, okay? Um, And I don't know why all of a sudden, Lorraine, I need to tell you, he showed me some pierogies. I don't know if you made some or I don't know, but all of a sudden he just showed me some pierogies. Okay, um, as I talk about, that he's listening to you, all of a sudden he showed me these pierogies, and all of a sudden he showed me some cough candies. Like I don't know if someone has a sore throat or what he's getting at there, but he showed me some red halls in particular. Okay. Again, it's just his little things he's trying to express to you that he's right there with you all the time. Okay. Um, Sorry for the silence. I was just watching him. Um, he just so badly wants me to express to you, Lorraine, how much he loves you. You two have a connection, if I can dare to say, kind of like no other. And you know what I mean by that. Okay? Um, I'm sure all of your family misses him dearly, but it's like not quite like you do. Okay? It's kind of how he's showing that to me. Um, and he just wrote me best friends, like you guys are best friends. Okay, it's absolutely beautiful. And out of the blue here also, he showed me a red hummingbird feeder. Okay, um, he's the only one that really gets me. Aw, yeah, I understand that, Lorraine, completely. Yeah. Um, just know, you can keep talking to your dad. Okay, he's listening always. Okay. Um, and as I said that, uh, all of a sudden I could feel like the Christmas season, and he was showing me these Christmas things, and I know, like, people might be starting to decorate and stuff like that, but it felt much more than that. I think he was trying to express to me the um, how you really miss him at Christmas, and he's right there with you. Okay? Um, he just showed me that you like to make things that were his favorites. You think of him as you're making them, whatever that is. I'm not sure what he means by that, but there's certain foods. There's like one or two, things that you make because they were his favorites, right? And he thinks that's great. Okay, um, he loves you so much. And just one last time again, just keep talking to him. All right, he's listening all the time. Okay, he's trying to be there for you when you need him the most. All right. Cream chicken tonight for supper. Oh, that's fantastic. One of your dad's favorites, I'm assuming you mean. That's so great. That's what he's talking about. You made one of his favorites. That's so great. Absolutely. Um, yes. Oh, so thank you so much, Lorraine, for giving me that opportunity to connect with your wonderful dad tonight. All right. You're most welcome. You're most welcome, Lorraine. Okay. The next loved one that I would love to bring forward is I have another male here. Okay. Hmm. First thing he has decided to show me is his brown hair that turned somewhat gray. Okay, but he had brown hair, brown eyes, about average height. That's how he looks to me. He's not tall, not short, about average height. Um, uh, Not a big man, but he showed me he has a little bit of a belly. Okay. He just wrote me the word daughter, so I think he's trying to talk to me about that his daughter's watching tonight. Okay? I think that's why he wrote me the word daughter. Okay? Next, he wrote me the word cancer. Okay? Cancer. That's what happened. That's why he is no longer here. Okay? He shows me how the cancer it's like it didn't he didn't have it all that long. Okay. Um, what does that mean? I don't really know. In months or time, I can't really say. It's really interesting as I say that he answered me. He just wrote me the number 6. So it kind of feels like he's trying to say about 6 months, he's had, about 6 months he was ill for something like that, I think is what he's getting at. Okay. Um, And he's really focusing on daughters, right? And I put a an S at the end of that. There's daughters here. Okay. Um, I think I really feels like maybe he's saying it's all girls. Okay? All he had was daughters. Okay. Um, and then the number five. I think there might be five of you. Okay. Um, and as I talked and said, he showed me he had cancer, but he also shows me like his head hurts. I'm not too sure if that's part of the cancer, or I don't know. I don't know, but he's showing me like he had pain in his head. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Oh. And he's he wants to talk about other things. He doesn't want to talk about the sickness and the not feeling good and all that. And all of a sudden he started to roll dice. Okay. um, I felt like a memory. I'm not sure. I'm not sure dice, whether it be the dice game or Yahtzee or what he's getting at, but he's rolling dice. Okay. um, he showed me how much he loves dogs. Okay. It's beautiful. Okay. Oh, geez. I just don't know what this is. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, I can hear like a train. I hear a train. I don't know what that is. I do. I hear a train. Okay. I just had to blurt it out because when I hear certain sounds, they're usually um, Monica. Dad had blue eyes. Okay. Okay. Um, the train. Okay. That would mean anything to anybody. All right. Um, hmm. I spoke about the dice, and now he's showing me playing cards. Um, it's really interesting. I was just listening to him. Is showing me like he liked to tell stories, and he would kind of BS a little bit, and it's like kind of like, did that really happen? And he just did it in a joking manner. He would kind of like feels like stretch the truth, maybe. Um, in a comical way. He's but very fun to be around and laugh and joke and when he was feeling good prior to his sickness, he was so great. He had so much energy, and he loved to visit. Okay, there's always time for that. And I really think that's why he keeps showing me all these things like the cards and the dice and mhm. um uh, out of the blue here, he just showed me a couple of horses, two in particular. I don't know why. Okay, wanted to show me some horses. Okay. I just feel so deeply that it's important to talk about how content he is. Okay? Very, very content. His heaven is blissful. It's he's so much at peace. He's visiting. He's having a heck of a good time. Okay? Lots of laughs, lots of jokes. Kidding around. You know. Um, yeah, absolutely. I don't know. It's something that one of you may completely understand. Is like he he had such a big heart. You know, there's just a trillion wonderful things I could say about this wonderful spirit. Okay. Lori, I want a bite. Could be my dad. Okay, Lori. It could be. But I want to make sure that's important, right? Um, I'm going to ask him, Lori, to give me something very specific that means something to you. Okay? That's strange. All right. Lori, he showed me you really liking like to go travel cups. Okay? Does that make sense to you? And he also showed me a necklace being important to you. I hope that those two specifics mean something. Okay. Um, I'll just give you a quick second. I know there's a tiny bit of a delay, and then for you to write something and send it back. So I'm just going to carry on, keep talking while I just give you a quick half a minute to respond to that. But the truth is he's just in such a good place. Okay? And he shows me this like being daddy's girl. I spoke earlier about girls, 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 and I can hear that song, Daddy's Girl, um, just meaning that the relationship that that you and him must have had was just so great. I'm not saying I don't know your situation with your mom, but I can just really feel the connection. Um, Melissa, I can confirm Lori has many travel cups. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. That's great, Lori and Melissa. Thank you for telling me that. That's great. That makes such perfect sense. Okay. This, indeed must be your dad. So just know that he's doing really well and he's very happy. He's in such a good place. There's no more pain. There's no more suffering. Okay. The moment he passed, it all went away. All right. Um, yeah, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that all made perfect sense. Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, your dad wants me to let you know that he has this absolutely big hug for you. He had this hug that just made you feel so safe, and you know exactly what I mean by that. Okay, he'd hug you. You know, you'd see him, he'd hug you. If you've seen him more than once in a day, he'd hug you twice, kind of thing. He was a hugger. And he just shows me that. And he wants me to let you know that he wants to give you a hug tonight. Okay? The love, the bond between the two of you is absolutely fantastic. And he loves you very, very much, Lori. All right. So thank you so much for giving me that opportunity to connect with your beautiful dad tonight. All right, I need to move on to this lovely lady, and I'm starting to laugh because she's comical. Okay. Um, this is an older lady. Okay, I don't know her age yet. Um, she's funny. I just want to laugh and laugh. She's not only is she funny, really, is she's so fun to be around. Okay. Um, hmm, Not shy, that's for sure. Okay. But what a lovely lady. Okay. Oh, it's so fresh. Oh, yeah. You're most welcome, Lori. This wonderful lady. I mean this in a very kind way. She's addressing me in a she's coming to me in a kind of like a plain Jane manner. Okay. She's not all dazzled up and she's just that it feels very much that's kind of how she was for the most part. Okay. Um, and in particular, I don't know why she's showing me a white. It's almost like it's a sleeve at the half arm, a white, almost like a, I I don't know what, almost like a man's white dress shirt is almost what it looks like. I'm not sure why she's showing that to me, that that's what she's wearing. Okay. If one of you would understand that, maybe. I don't know. Hard working, hard working woman. Okay. And I mean that. Oh boy. Um, the end of the day, her feet would be really sore, but she never complained. And I feel that like standing on her feet, work, work, work. Okay. But she's laughing. Oh, she was so fun to be around. She never complained too much. She's kind of like one of those people that when life gets, you know, crappy, you just keep on going. There's no she's the type of person there's no point in complaining. Okay. Um I've asked her how come she is no longer here. Mm, I'm oh hmm. Sorry, I was just watching her. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why she's no longer here. All I know it clearly is she was showing me all these pill bottles, all these prescription pill bottles. Okay. So this was not, really unexpected, so to speak. I just mean, she definitely had some illnesses that was causing medications to be a regular part of her life, at least for the last few years of her life type of situation. Okay. Um, yeah, again, I'm asking her how come what happened, and I just don't know. I don't know why she's not really telling me. I don't know, and I'm not gonna say because I'm just not clear on it. But I will say, it's interesting. She shows me. Does she have a nickname, Jennifer? Does it? I just want to say, Jennifer. She drew me an M. She drew me the letter M. So I don't know. I don't know if that helps you at all. Okay. Um, Nicole, was it a three-quarter dress jacket over a dress, silver in color? Uh, your grandma Myrna, Brandy. Okay, okay. Could be, absolutely. Nicole, I just want to answer your question. Um, Did she wear a dress over the white shirt? Nicole, I want to say no. I wasn't seeing any silver in color. No. It Does she wear a dress over the white shirt? Jamie asks. I don't know. I don't know. I want to say no because I'm just not seeing it. Okay. No, I don't think so, Jamie. I don't. Um, and Christine, Auntie Marie. All right. And Brandy, my grandma Myrna. Okay. I need to talk about when I asked, give me a couple things about you or situation, something, so we can narrow it down to who exactly this is for. Um, I'm just not sure. She shows me, oh, interesting. I want to talk about earrings. Hmm. And I want to talk about maybe I'm seeing something that's also like red and blue. Hmm. What is that? It's really interesting because she showed me that plain white shirt, and now she's showing me red and blue, kind of like it looked kind of like ribbon. If that makes any sense to any of you, I'm sorry. I'm doing my very best to figure this out. Okay. Wow. And man, could she bake? Oh, everything she made, really, you know. Um, hmm. When I ask her to give me something specific, I don't know what this is, but she's showing me what looks to me like a gold brooch. Okay, that would hopefully mean something to one of the, I'm not sure for you. A ribbon skirt. Oh, Christine. Uh, okay, Brandy. She was a hard worker, always on her feet. She used to run the Kelsey Trail restaurant. All right. Okay. Um, that would, and Brandy, that letter M, that just, and all of that just really makes sense. Okay. Um, do you know why the red and blue, Brandy? I'm just wondering. She was showing me those two colors. But interestingly, that white shirt feels was more like a work thing, okay? And I mean that you'd get that too. Okay. Um, all right. So just know, Brandy, I think this very much is for you. Um, your beautiful grandmother. Hmm. I need to tell you something about. I think she's drawing me 84. Okay. If you could, Brandy, let me know if that means anything to you. An 84, 84. Okay. She just wrote me that. Okay. It's absolutely beautiful that she is able to. There was a red and blue Pepsi sign. Oh, that very well could be it. That makes sense. Okay. Very well could be. Yeah. Yeah. And as you told me that you worked, that she used to run the Kelsey Trail restaurant. It's like she lived there almost, and she made me feel like you'd have to go there to see her, type of thing. Like, if you want to see Grandma, go there, type of thing. Um, and as I said five minutes ago, hardworking. Almost an understatement how hardworking she was. But it's so nice that now she doesn't have to work. You know, she gets to just enjoy her beautiful, beautiful eternal life. You know, and I want to tell you, she shows me that she's with a male. That's important. I need to tell you that, Brandy. She's with a male. Okay. Um, yes, we were there quite often. Absolutely. And what? The second I read that, I seen a plate of French fries. I just need to tell you that, just French fries. Okay. She showed that to me. Okay. Hmm. So just know that Grandma is loving where she is, watching over each and every one of you. And all of a sudden, she went like this, and she's like hugging all of you. Okay, and truly, Brandy, she made me feel like there's quite a few. When it comes to children, grandchildren. I don't know, possibly great grandchildren. Um, and she just loves all of you, and it just felt the way she put her arms, like as if there's lots of you. You know, and that makes her so happy. Okay? Family meant the world to her. Okay? So thank you so much, Brandy, for giving me the opportunity to connect with your beautiful grandma tonight. Okay? You're most welcome, Brandy. Okay. The next loved one I would love to bring forward is I have a female here. Okay. She lets me know that unfortunately um, she passed because she had cancer. Yeah, yeah. Okay. And as soon as I said that, she drew me the letter B. I think she's saying she had breast cancer. Not 100% sure of that. I'm just being honest. Okay? But as soon as cancer came out of my mouth, I had the letter B. I think that's what she's getting at in this situation. I think. Okay? She had cancer for sure. Okay? Um, I see very much she was a lady of many talents. Okay? Many, many, many talents. She was a good cook. And I want to say there's something like there's a little bit of like artistic, like creativity with her. I feel that about her as well. Whether it be like crafty or something along that lines, maybe baking. Um, and all of a sudden, she showed me hairdressing scissors. Okay, that's maybe she possibly she's trying to tell me that she was able to cut hair too. Okay. Um, she's very forward. I want to say that too. Very thought it said it type of lady, but kind at the same time. Okay. Oh, she lets me know that she's been gone for quite a while now. Okay. Unfortunately, she didn't have a long, long life. Okay. Bowel cancer. Oh, very well could be, Nicole. Very well could be. Okay. Okay. Absolutely. Brain cancer. Possibly. Possibly, Tekla. Again, I'm going to ask for some specifics and we'll go from there. Okay. I need to talk about she's showing me that she's watching over you. Okay. And she's showing me that she knows that you've been, it feels like she's trying to express to me that you've been walking or trying to do some jogging, something like that, like trying to get more fit. Okay. Um, she passed at 67. How old was she? Katie asks. Hmm, I'm not 100% sure, um, but I need to say that she shows me. Oh, yeah, okay. As I said a minute ago, she did not live a long life. It's like, n- all I can say for sure is nowhere near her 80s. Okay. I would truthfully think maybe somewhere in her 60s. Okay. Possibly early 70s. I'm not 100% sure. This time, this spirit did not give me an exact number. Okay. Again, I need to go back to. She shows me to talk about like one of you is like trying to either stay fit or maybe lose a couple pounds or something like that. She's showing me that you're just kind of maybe like, she showed me like going walking or something like that, going for a jog maybe, or at least you've been thinking about doing it if you haven't done it yet. You know, she shows me that. Okay. Um, and it's really interesting. I need to. The next thing she moved on to, um, total change of thought. But shows me that a snow globe would mean something to one of you. Okay, a beautiful snow globe. Something about that. Okay. I talked about her many talents earlier. You know, there was many things that's it's kind of like she would never want to pay somebody to do something, so she would learn to do it herself. Okay, kind of thing. If something needed to get done, she did it. That's just the type of person that she was. She sewed. Like I said, she baked. She cooked. She would cut hair if she needed to. Like she would cut her own bangs, stuff like that. Right. Um, I asked so for something very specific, and she shows me having a card of hers. Also, I can see her handwriting. Okay, I can see it. It's kind of looks, to be honest, it kind of looks a little shaky. Just the way the writing looks. I'm just saying. Okay. Uh, yeah, absolutely. Katie, I was thinking maybe my friend Amara, my sister, has a card that she wrote tattooed on her arm. Oh no, wait, Katie. Okay. Um, and Nicole says I was thinking of joining Aquafit. I have a Mickey Mouse snow globe I cherish, and my grandma did everything. I have a tattoo drawn with her writing on it. No way, no way. Katie, yeah, Katie, too young, too young. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have to agree with you. Too young. This woman was, a senior type of thing. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. But thank you for letting me know, Katie. Thank you. Nicole, I just need to say that everything I've said that's making sense. That you thinking about joining Aquafit. Um, that's her way of expressing to you that she knows your thoughts, and she's definitely with you, especially when you're low and down. And she wanted me to tell you that, especially. Okay. I'm just asking her, Nicole, if there's something she's trying to relate to you that you may need to hear tonight, for an example. And I just need to say, she just showed me how nobody was able to make you feel better like she did. And there's days where that's all you want, is to be able to receive that hug from her, um, to have that conversation with her. She would always know what to say to make you feel better, or and her listening. She was good at listening, but also she gave pretty darn good advice. Okay. As I spoke earlier, she was, I don't want to say she was outspoken, but she would say what she thought, and you wouldn't need to hear that sometimes. I hate to tell you that. That's kind of how she's portraying herself, and she was the one person that got you, if I can word it like that. Is how she's showing me, um, and so many times she tells me that you just wish that you could have that one more hug or that one more conversation with her. Okay. I'm so sorry that you lost those things. That's too bad. Um, so just know, Nicole, that your beautiful grandmother is, hmm, All of a sudden she showed me, I don't know why, but she showed me a green dab, a bingo dabber. It's green in particular. Okay? Yeah, absolutely, Nicole. Absolutely. Okay. Um, all of a sudden I could hear a teapot whistling. And Nicole, it's like she's telling me she has to go have her tea. She's got to go now. She has to go have her tea. And it's like you would get that. It's like it's like tea before bed kind of thing. Okay. Um, as she's saying goodbye to you. It was really cute how she did that. She's got to go have her tea. Okay. Oh, absolutely. And that's exactly what I was explaining to you, and Grandma knows all about that because she was able to show that to me, you know. Um, she knows exactly how you're feeling, Nicole. Keep talking to her. She is listening. She is listening every step of the way. Okay. I know you feel, she shows me like you feel like you just can't be the same because she's not here, and that's not true. Okay? She tells me that you are growing stronger without you even knowing it. I don't know what that means, but she's showing that to me, that you're getting stronger as time goes on. Okay, um, things are going to very much work themselves out. You always had tea before bed. Oh, that's so fantastic. Absolutely, Nicole. That's great. Yes, yes. Okay. And it's really interesting, as you said, that she showed me a box of what looked like red rose in particular, that was it. That was the tea. I can see the box. It's red rose. Absolutely. I can see it. Um, and that's like just bang on that you got it. That's what she meant. That was a memory. Okay. Fantastic. All right, Nicole. Again, grandma is with you. All right. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to connect with your beautiful grandma tonight. Thank you, Nicole. You know, I have a male here who has been very patiently waiting, and I don't know if that's was his personality, but he's just been sitting here just patiently waiting for his turn. Okay. This is a tall man, tall, um, 6'2" at least, if not taller. And I just seen his big hands. Okay, tall, tall man. Okay, he feels very outdoorsy type of man, if I can say it like that. Okay. Um. Oh, and like I don't know what this is, like a bushman. I don't know why. Like a bushman type. As soon as I said that, he showed me all these like big trees and bushes, and okay, he loved the outdoors. Okay, only went in the house when it was time to eat, basically. Okay, that's just the way he was. Hardworking man. Okay, he writes me the number 5. Okay, not sure why I don't. I don't know. Kind of feel like maybe 5 children, possibly. I don't know. He drew me the number 5 here. Okay. It's really beautiful. You know, he shows me that he loved to garden. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's unique, really. I see women often showing me their great big gardens in heaven. But this man shows me his garden in heaven. Okay. Tekla says, my grandpa. Aw, that's fantastic. And Tekla, as I read your name, I want to say, let me know if this makes sense to you. All of a sudden, he showed me a pocket watch. Okay. I just need to say that to you real quick. Something about a pocket watch. He's got like a grin, like a grin on his face, like that you'd understand what I mean by this. I'll try my best to explain it in words of how I see it. It's kind of like a mischievous but happy grin on your grandpa, Tekla. Um, and that's wonderful. Your grandpa had a pocket watch. You betcha. Absolutely. Absolutely, Tekla. This is your grandpa. Yes, you bet. A couple things also he showed me. A curling rock went by. Okay. And I wanted to also talk about a cribbage board. Those are two other things he's for some reason has chosen to show me, Tekla. Okay. Um, oh, you still have his pocket watch. That's beautiful. Absolutely. Okay. Okay. That's wonderful. That grin on his face, I just keep seeing it over and over. It's kind of like a mischievous grin, kind of like he was up to being like a bit of a, wanting to pull a prank or joke or something like that. It's adorable. Um, um, the cribbage board. Yes. What did I say before that? There was shoot. Oh, a curling rock. A curling rock went by. Yeah. Okay. Grandpa is, as I said, grinning, and he's really really enjoying his eternal life. He's completely at peace. Okay? He's he wants me to let you know that he's so happy. Thanks, Katie. Okay. Um, oh, your grandpa used to curl, no way, and he played lots of cribbage. Yeah, and he always had a joke of the day. Absolutely, Tekla. Your grandpa. Oh, that's great. Yes, yes, this is definitely him. He used many examples to show you that this is him tonight wanting to connect with you. Okay. It's really interesting and beautiful, Tekla. As I keep looking at your name, he showed me this little angel, and it's like he's trying to tell me that you're his little angel, that you mean that much to him. You're his little angel. Okay. Um, it's absolutely beautiful. Okay. Just remember that, you know, Grandpa's not very far away. And as I say that very beautifully, he showed me some little dimes. He shows me that he's been trying to let you know that he's with you. Okay? And as I say that, he also shows me what looks like a male. Now, I don't know if this is your brother or who this other male is, but he shows me, as I said, he's been leaving you dimes. He's been leaving you, and I'm also seeing this other male that he's been leaving dimes with as well. Okay? Letting you guys know that he's very much around you guys. Okay? Um, hmm. I don't know, Tekla, what this is also. He showed me a really strong, very clear Canada flag. I don't know why, but I just had to quickly say that to you before I move on. Just this very clear Canada flag for some reason. All right. Um, and he shows me you writing something. I'm going to talk about that too really quickly, Tekla. He shows me you writing something. I don't know what that's about. Um, you writing something. Okay. I hope that all makes sense to you. All right. Just know that Grandpa is grinning and watching curling and playing cribbage. Life is absolutely beautiful and wonderful in heaven. All right, he's doing very well. He feels so good. All right, so thank you so much, Tekla, for giving me the opportunity to connect with your beautiful Grandpa tonight. And I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in tonight and watching this week's Wednesday Whispers. I will be back on next Wednesday, 8 o'clock, again, Manitoba time. And I hope that you all have a great rest of your week, everybody. And until then, I really hope you all take care.